Yo, what's up YouTube? I just got finished training arms at the gym. I'm feeling like decently big. Like you can't really see me on the camera, but like yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. My strength has started to like peak again, which is nice. I did chest yesterday and I got 105 for 5 reps and I did 3 sets on that. It was quite funny actually. I asked someone to spot me because I'm like gradually like when I get to like 8 reps, I'll then just go up in weight. I've got one heavy session, I've got one lighter session, because I'm trying to like build my strength up for the end of the year because I want to be able to bench 150. And I got back up to 105 and I got a guy to come over and spot me, and he was one of those guys who spot when they like, it looks like they're grabbing the bar the whole time. And I was like absolutely annihilating 105. And I was like, I stopped at 5 reps because I was like, all right, this guy's like basically rowing this. Like there's no point me even doing this. So I got another guy and he had his hands in the air. So there was no doubt that he was anywhere near the bar, and it was moving just as easy. I've not uploaded in the past week on this channel, which is poor. I will admit, that's shame on you. But I've really just been locked in, getting so much stuff ready for the business. In 4 days' time, I'm gonna have the final samples for my new clothing brand Zytro, which if you've not seen my first video is like a men's fashion brand. But I've got some really cool ideas for it, and how I'm gonna like create this cool story with it. And I had an idea today because obviously I want to be targeting these clothes towards people who are quite like-minded, like really big into fitness, really big into like business, and just overall just into this really big like self-improvement and always just striving to be better, and just not being complacent with who they are. And I was thinking about maybe somehow integrating like a community aspect. So maybe like if you buy the clothes, I can create like a little community where you can actually socialize with like-minded people as just like a little add-on to the clothes, which I just think would be quite cool. And I think it's hard to find people who are very like-minded. I think it's very far and few between where you'll meet someone who is got a similar work ethic and a similar mentality to you. Because you can walk through life and a lot of people are complacent. A lot of people don't really have greater ambitions, and if they do have greater ambitions, a lot of them lack a clear purpose. I've got this very clear image in mind now of where I'm heading, and I can't stop, and I understand that the only thing that will make it so I can't fail is the consistency and not stopping ever. And it's like if I consistently do my work every day, I will eventually succeed. And it's one of those things where it depends how much you want it. Like you can start a business and you can expect results in a month, and if you don't get the results, you can quit. Or say you can expect results in a year comes around, you don't get the results, and then you quit. Or you can just think, I'm just going to keep doing this until eventually I succeed. Maybe the first business fails. Mine sure did. I was going through my attic, the other day, just to like clear some stuff out. Basically just to make some room for like when I get the bulk in again. Just because like getting storage for like all my clothes is a bit of a burden, but nevertheless. And I found some like the old drop shipping products I had from when I tried to do drop shipping. It's like I've had loads of failed businesses, and I'm not even at the point where I have a successful business. And I've been doing it for like almost 3 years, trial and erroring all these different things and spending basically every day of my life, in pursuit of doing something greater. Because I'm not happy with who I am currently. Like, I've come a long way from where I started, admittedly, but I still understand I can do so much more than what I am doing. And I don't want to hold these self-limitations on myself where instead of thinking I can become someone much greater, I'm like, oh, well, I'm doing pretty good right now, so I'll just stick where I am. Because theoretically, at 20, I'm doing quite well. What I've achieved by most standards is okay. But that's not okay to me, because I don't view that as my final stage. I know I can do so much more than what I'm doing currently. And it frustrates me to know that if I have a day where I'm not able to work as much, it feels like I'm falling behind. And although I'm still working, I've not taken a day off really in ages, which for better or for worse, I suppose, sacrifices come with that. It's hard to please everyone in your life when all you do is try and work. But that's just what I enjoy, and it's just what keeps my mind intact. And for the most part, I think you have to really analyze if it's worth it to you. Like, for me, I don't see another option other than me succeeding in running my business, and I feel like the path I'm down now is the path which will take me to where I want to go. But if these businesses do fail, then I'll try something else. But I won't stop doing this until I have that breakthrough. Just because I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about the coaching. I'm passionate about the clothing. I'm passionate about these things. And I have great ideas, and I can understand how I can make an impact on them. And, you know, I've always wanted to be able to impact people's lives and, you know, just be someone who people can look up to. And on top of that, I've been working on my one-on-one coaching and really just making sure I've got all the systems in place. Like, I've been taking so many recordings recently for the coaching, as far as like technique videos, and basically getting everything I need onto this dashboard for my clients. And that I want to be able to get up and running by September. But yeah, that's about it. And look, I'm never going to quit. So maybe in 5 years I'll still be in YouTube and I'll still be in my Seat Ibiza. But hopefully in a few years' time I'll be in a nice car, in a nice place, and just in a better position in my life, and making my parents proud, and just doing what is right every day, and hopefully impacting people's lives for the better. And that's ultimately the end goal. And, you know, I'll always want and strive to do that. So I'm never gonna quit. But yeah, peace out.